Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. So I'm going to do some robot vacuum cleaners today. So I just want to say hi to everybody. Hello. I will be doing robot vacuum cleaners today. I'm going to be doing kind of like a point of view, so I'll be kind of behind the camera today. So the first thing we've got is the Yui X10. So this was just released. It's $7.99. I really do like this robot vacuum cleaner, and I'm going to show you why. We've got a big mess. We've got some muddy paw prints on the floor. We've got a bunch of dirt and debris. We got some dog hair over here. We're going to have fun today. We're just going to show you exactly how this one works. So I'm going to show you how the Eufy works. We got the Narwhal we're going to compare it to. But this one is just really nice. I like that it has a self-emptying base. This is where all the dirt and debris are going to go after it vacuums it up. We got a clean water tank and we got a dirty water tank. So these are very easy to take apart and clean. Now the clean water tank, you're just going to put fresh water in there. You can put the Eufy solution in there, about a cap and a half full. Down here's the robot, here's the dustbin. So when it vacuums everything, it's going to put everything into this dustbin. And then when it docks itself, it's going to vacuum everything out of this dustbin. There is a filter on here once in a while you got to clean. But let's start cleaning with it. Let's go over to the app. Again, I got a bunch of muddy paw prints. It's got a mop on there. The base station cleans the mop pad and auto empties it. Now Eufy has a really nice app. Let's go into the Eufy app. The Eufy Clean app. Setup was very simple. We're going to go to right here. Now it maps your house very quickly. And then once it's got a map, you're going to want to put no-go zones and different areas to keep out. And we'll also show you where it is cleaned in the past. So it's been cleaning my basement for a while now. Now it does have obstacle avoidance and it will take pictures. Now you can turn that off. Now see here, it took a picture of the bucket so that you could add a no-go zone there because it kind of struggles in that area. But let's do a room cleaning. We're going to do just the kitchen. Now we can do smart mode where it's going to sense how dirty everything is and clean it accordingly. Or I can go deep clean. I can turn that off. I can go deep clean, vacuum and mop. Let's do vacuum and mop. 2 passes. I can go to maximum suction, water levels on maximum. So yeah, let's do this. Because this is a pretty big thing that needs cleaned. So let's go here. Again, and I can select the rooms in the order I want to clean them. I'm going to do just this one room. Let's hit start.
Start room cleaning.
Now the first thing it's going to do is wash the mop. And it tells us that. We see right here it says it's washing the mop. The little icon there shows it washing the mop. And if we go down here, we can hear the clean water being pumped down into an area. Then it's going to spin the mop pads in that water. Then it's going to suck the dirty water out into the dirty water tank. And we'll hear kind of water going down and being sucked back up. When it's done washing the mops, then it's going to start cleaning. This takes usually about 2 minutes. So here's that pump you hear it kick on. Now it'll do this after it's done cleaning also. And then it'll turn on a little fan that's going to blow hot air onto the mop pads. And we got the Narwhal here. It's got the dirty water tank. See, it's been mopping my house. There's the clean water. These are not see-through, but it's got the same thing. A dirty water tank in the back, clean water. That's the dust. That's where all the dirt and debris is going to go. Again, pretty big mess here in the kitchen I've got right now. Muddy paw prints, lots of dirt and debris. We've got some dog hair. So it's going to auto lift the pads onto this carpet. Now, do these robots take the place of a standard vacuum cleaner? No, those will actually do really good. Okay, so it has undocked itself and it is starting to clean. Again, this is the Yui X10 Pro Omni, $7.99. There's the spinning mop pads on the back. Now it can auto raise those when it gets around carpet, which I'm going to show you that. You can see it's putting down quite a bit of water. It's got a tank that holds the water inside the robot. And so it's going to come over here to this carpet. It's going to auto raise the mop pads. It first goes around that carpet. Doing a pretty good job. Now again, this is a really big mess, so I've got it. It's going to do 2 passes. Got an ant. There's an ant. So if you got any questions on this Yui X10, if you want to see it clean a certain area, leave them in the comments. I can see my comments right now, so if you got any questions at all, I'll try to answer them as best as I can. Again, here it is, mopping. It actually does a really good job of mopping. It's very impressive. Now it does smear it over when you go over it the first time, but it's going to come back the second time and finish that up. And the neat thing about this is, in between the first and second pass, it's going to go wash the mop. Again, this is the Yui X10 Pro Omni. There's the base station. There's where it washes the mop pads. Pretty soon we're going to be showing you the Narwhal. Let's get it started. It's got a really good app. So there goes the Eufy. Now here it's going to auto raise. See how it raised the mop pads when it senses it's on carpet? Turns them off and raises them up, and it also increases the suction power. So let's take a look at the Narwhal. Let's go to the Narwhal Freo X Ultra. It's got its own app. The Narwhal Free, it's got a really nice app. Again, it does a good job mapping your house. I can tell it what rooms to clean. Let's just do one room. Vacuum and mop. We can put it in the Freo mode. Let's have it start cleaning. That's kind of like an automatic mode. Whoops. This is the Narwhal Freo X Ultra Robot Vacuum Cleaner. It's got a nice touch panel up here. Dirty water, you can see it's been cleaning my floors. There's all the dirty water, clean water. It's got a solution that it automatically adds the solution, but it's going to auto wash the mop pad right now. And what that does is that helps wets the mop pad. So it's going to get it nice and wet so that when it undocks itself, it can come and start mopping. Now let's go check on the Eufy. It's doing a pretty good job on this carpet here. Again, it did raise the mop pads. It will auto sense carpet. And if it senses it's on carpet, it raises the mop pads. Johnny, did you give this a Just a Dad score? So I haven't yet. I'm still in the it's going to be high. It's going to be an A. I already know it. I haven't done the detailed review, but everything is just working on it so well. This, I was just so surprised by the Eufy, or the Eufy, I call it. And this is a really good price. Let's go back to the Eufy X10 Pro Omni, $799 again. Yeah, it's going to get a really high score, Johnny. It might be my pick of the year. I'm going to have to pair it up against the Dreame X30. And here's the Narwhal. Now, the more I use the Narwhal, Freo X Ultra, the more I like it. It doesn't auto-empty the stuff out of it, but I'm starting to think that's okay. This one's $1,399. Yep, Eufy is. This was a game changer on this Eufy. I'm super excited. It's hard to get. I think it's a couple week lead, maybe a week lead time right now. You know, it's not on sale with this Amazon Prime spring sale, but it's just such a good robot that I wanted to do a review on it and show people. So Johnny, it's as of right now, it's just a really good robot. Now, does it replace a vacuum cleaner that you're still going to have to vacuum your house once in a while? Is it going to mop this floor and get every single stain out? No, but boy, it does a good job. Yep, the Dreame and the Eufy, that video's coming next. So here's the Narwhal Freo X Ultra. It actually does a really good job too. Now I give the Narwhal the looks. It just looks really good in your room. You know, the Eufy looks fine too, but it's just kind of black and industrial looking. I like the Narwhal, kind of clean, just kind of shiny. Let's go back to the Eufy X10 Pro Omni. Yeah, I'm doing things a little bit different. You know, I'm not gonna cycle through a bunch of really quick products. I want to show you. I got an ant problem. I got to get some ant stuff. But I want to show everybody the products, you know, kind of in real world. I could just grab this and talk about it really quick, but I think demonstrating the product in a real world atmosphere is just the best way to do it. Again, thanks Johnny for joining. Really do appreciate it. This is the Eufy X10 Pro Omni. And again, this price $800. And I imagine it's going to go on sale sometime. It's going to be even a more amazing deal. Both of these are relatively quiet. They're vacuuming and mopping. All right, there's some muddy paw prints. You can see it does smear it a little bit. But if you put this on 2 passes, it eventually does get it, usually on the 2nd pass. And again, another thing, I'm going to show you the app. So even over here on the Narwhal, I can see exactly where it is and where it's mopped. That's a pretty cool feature. I like that. Now let's go back to the Eufy. Same thing. So again, there's the Eufy. I can see right where it has been. Hey, thanks, Johnny. I really do appreciate it. I give kind of a different spin. I really want these to be real world, you know. Hey, this is how I actually use it in my house. And I think we can have a lot of fun. You know, these aren't going to be the quickest live streams because I got robots. You just can't. They just, you know, it's hard to make a quick video on a robot vacuum cleaner, especially these that do so much now. I mean, the base stations alone you could talk about for a couple hours. Here's the Narwhal. You can see it's actually been cleaning my house, this basement. Now, one thing with these, you do have to clean these out. These do get stinky. when you fill it out, when you empty this out, just rinse it out and kind of wash it out just a little bit. And here's the clean water tank, but the Narwhal does have a solution bottle that's going to mix the solution and the water automatically. Now that's, Johnny, that's the one thing with the Eufy. You got to pour the solution in here, and it's, you know, it's not that big a deal. It's a cap and a half full, but it would be nice if there was a built-in solution tank that automatically mixed it into the robot for you. I mean, this room's getting pretty clean. I know I got 2 robots going on it. It was an awfully big mess. Again, let's go back to the Narwhal Freo X Ultra. Here it is. And it's got like a little different thing. So let's pause it. Now, it doesn't auto-empty this. So you're going to have to replace this once in a while. At the end of the job, it blows air in and moves everything over to the side to kind of free up some area on the filter, but this is a throwaway, and it says it lasts for up to 7 weeks. At first, I was wanting this to be an auto-empty, but it's not an auto-empty. But I'm actually okay with that now. I think it's pretty nice. Again, here's the Narwhal. It's trying to dock itself with the Eufy. Now, obstacle avoidance, I would say the Eufy probably does a little bit better job of avoiding things that are really low to the ground. The Narwhal does an okay job. Again, let's go back here. This is the Eufy. Yeah. Now, it's kind of made some squiggly lines here because normally it would go in a line, but I've kind of been getting in its way. So the Narwhal has docked itself. And it is washing the mop pad. So we go back to the Narwhal app. And you can see it feels like it cleaned the whole area. It's washing the mop pad right now. I could pause it from here. Now it does have a little bit more to do. It only says it's 74% done. So it's going to wash the mop pad and go finish. Again, let's go back to the Eufy. It's just over here working away. It's on its. Those were some pretty stubborn mud stains. It left a little bit of it, but you know, for everyday mopping, you know, it's not every day your dog comes walking in with a bunch of muddy paws, but for everyday mopping, these things actually work very, very well. You know, if you've got a big muddy mess, it's probably not going to get it all. Let's go back to the Eufy. Here we can see it's doing its job. I like the Eufy. Now you can disable the picture taking ability, but I like that it does take pictures. And these are the no-go zones I've added. The mapping's pretty accurate. Again, I could tell it to go home. I could have it pause. There's how much battery level's left. You know, I just feel like the Eufy, it just, every time I watch it, it really does. I just like it more and more I use it. You know, that was some pretty big muddy paw prints here. All right, the Narwhal has washed its mop pads, and now it's coming back out to clean some more. I'm in its way, so I'm really causing some problems for it. That's the Narwhal. Put down, you know. I wonder why the brush roller's not turning. Let's go back to the Eufy. Now they're not 100%. Sometimes they do leave the mop pads down when they go over the carpet. See, it's on the carpet a little bit there. So let's tell the Narwhal, let's tell it to go home. Oh yeah, you got, it's a little different. You got to press and hold the button. So now it's going to travel back to the base station and well, it doesn't auto empty, it just moves all the debris. So look at the Eufy. It did a good job getting all that dirt hair up, that dog hair and everything, all the fine particles. And again, here's the auto empty. You know, once in a while you do have to take these out. You know, there is some cleanup to these. And again, when it comes back, it's going to turn on a vacuum and empty everything out of it into this. And you simply just lift this up and change it. And again, both of them dry the mop pad. So here comes the Narwhal. And the Narwhal is $1,399. I really do like it. Now you may hear a gush of air. It's going to move everything over in that bag. It's washing the mop now. Let's go back to the Eufy. Let's go in. We can see it's... So let's recall it. All right. So here comes the Yui X10 Pro Omni. Now it should auto empty everything. And we'll see how loud the auto empty is. All right, here's the auto empty. It's not really loud, but you'll hear it. And we can see on the app it tells us it's self-emptying. And now it's going to wash the mops. Oh,
Full or not in place. Please check.
oh, this dirty water tank's full. What you hear now is it's turning that brush roller backwards, and there's a comb that comes down to help get the hair off. They don't mention much about that, but that's a pretty neat feature. And I think it auto empties again. Again, here's the Narwhal. It's done a fent. Now it's washing the mop pads. So, oh boy, it gets full. So you can see all the dirt and debris. Now again, these things will start to stink if you don't rinse them out once in a while. There's the Yui X10 Pro Omni, $7.99. All right.
Class breakdown.
All right, so here is the Yui X10. It says, here it is in the app. It's washing the mop. And I like that little icon right there. Let's go back to the Narwhal. It also tells us what it's doing. It's washing the mop. All right, you ready to go on? Let's go on to the Dreame. Now this one is on sale. The Dreame L10S Pro Ultra. We're gonna have it come clean this same area. Well, let's go over here where the Dreame is. Okay, here's the Dreame. We're going to be reviewing the Qrevo. We've got the Roborock S8 Ultra. It's on sale for $999. The Qrevo's on sale for $749. And the Dreame L10S. So here's the L10S right here. Again, I like that we have controls up here. We've got a dirty water tank. We got a solution bottle down there. We've got a clean water tank, but it's going to add the solution for us. So it mixes them automatically. Here's the robot itself. We got some buttons, and around back, this has a base that's going to wash the mop, and it also has an auto empty feature. That's the dust bag. We can tell it to start cleaning right from there, but let's go use the app. Let's go use the Roborock app. Let's see what we're up against. So I like being able to take my time with these videos. They're just a lot to them. Let's go to the Roborock app. And on an iPad, I can make this bigger if I want. Got the Q7 S8 Pro. No, not the Roborock. Let's go to the Dreame. The Dreame L10S Ultra. So I do have the Dreame L20 Ultra. I love it. And I have the X30 Ultra. But let's do go to device. It does a good job of mapping your house. No, we don't want to do the update right now. There's the map of my house. Let's have it come clean this room right here. So let's tell it to hit the room button. Let's tell it to clean the room. And let's tell it to come clean the room. So the first thing it's going to do, these things are getting all kind of standard. It's going to clean its mop pad. So what you're going to hear is it's going to wash the mop pad and get it all nice and ready to go. And again, here we've got the Roborock S8 Pro Ultra. Again, clean water tank, dirty water tank. This has a flat mop for mopping. It's got a dustbin here.
Dustbin removed.
Everything's going to go in this dustbin, and then it's going to get sucked out of the vacuum when it docks itself
Installed.
into this right here. There's the dustbin. Again, $999. Let's go to the Qrevo. This is the Qrevo dirty water tank. Clean water tank. Now you have to put the solution in there yourself. It's got spinning mop pads where the S8 Ultra has a flap. So the Qrevo is going to start cleaning. Let's go start up a Roborock. And again, if you want to hear, those are the dryers that are on. The X10 might have a little bit louder dryer. All right, so let's do the Roborock. Again, it's got a good app. Let's enter the Qrevo. Again, there's the map of your house. I'm going to tell it to come clean this room right here. Let's do rooms. There. I wanted to do vacuum and mop. I could do mop or vacuum only. Moderate water, standard. All right, that sounds good. Let's hit clean. And then there's the map of the robot. It's going to show it. See, it's washing the mops. It's got a little icon there. That's pretty neat. So let's put some dirt and debris down. Let's see how these, we got to get some more stuff out for them. All right, this is my muddy dog print. We're going to see how these robots do on these muddy dog prints. Now, when it dries, it can be a little bit harder. That's definitely for sure. Here comes the robot. It's traveling to the room. Now it doesn't have a problem with that's a pretty big threshold there. It goes right over it. Let's try to get a real world view of how is this thing going to do. Kind of a big mess in this room. Got a bunch of dog hair on this, got some long hairs. There's the Dreame L10S. Let's go back to the Dreame L10S. This is $629. That's a pretty good price for a mopping robot vacuum that's going to go back and auto clean the mop pads. It did a really good job. Now it's going to auto empty those, or it's going to auto lift those pads. This is the Dreame L10S. It's going to auto sense that carpet. You see, it lifts the pads. Here comes the Roborock Qrevo. So here goes the Qrevo. A little bit quieter than the L10S. Now it did smear that a little bit. Now both of these have auto empty. So if you got any questions, this is the Dreame L10S Ultra Robot Vacuum Cleaner. And we have the Roborock Qrevo. We've got some muddy paw prints, a lot of dirt and debris on the floor here. We're going to see how these do. We're doing real world testing on them. I mean, we can talk about them, but let's just see how they actually clean and they use them. So here comes the Qrevo. This Dreame L10S Ultra, that's a really good price. $629, normally $900, $899. Let's go back to the Roborock Qrevo. They're both wanting in the same spot. Its mop pads are doing a good job too. Again, the Roborock Qrevo is on sale for $749. There's the spinning mop pads. We've got some muddy paw prints on the ground. Yeah, it's doing a pretty good job. Now some of these will take a second cleaning. When you have a really big mess, it's best to have it on a second pass. Now we got the Dreame L10S for $629. This is a really good robot. There's the mop pads spinning, and it can lift those mop pads up and down. Same with the Qrevo. It has lifted the mop pads automatically. Same with the Dreame. They both are doing a good job of vacuuming this carpet. It had a lot of stuff on it. Let me go back. Let's show you the base stations real quick. So here's the base station. Once in a while you are going to have to take this out. Normally it comes out a little bit easier than that. So you do have to clean that once in a while, but it's going to put water down here and then spin the mop pads and suck the dirty water out. Here is the Qrevo. Again, a little easier to take out, but you are going to have to take this over the sink once in a while and clean this out. The Qrevo $749.99. That's a good price too. Let's go back to the kitchen where they're mopping. Man, they're both cleaning this kitchen up good. The Dreame L10S $629. Let's bring in the Roborock S8 Ultra. So let's go. There it is. S8 Ultra Pro. Again, maps your house really good. Let's do rooms. This one right here. Let's tell it to come clean. It's going to take about a minute and a half. It's got to wash its mop pads. But we're having a lot of fun today with robot vacuum cleaners, the Dreame L10S. That's actually a pretty good price. Now I did buy these with my own money and I was not paid for this video. So would I spend $629 on the Dreame L10S? Yes, I would. Would I spend $749 on the Roborock Qrevo? Yes. That's a really good price. Roborock's a little bit quieter than the Dreame. Now let's pause them. Let's see how much it's picked up. Again, this is all, yeah, wow. That is a lot of dirt and material in there. A lot of hair. It's going to go, when it's done with the job, it's going to go back to the base station and empty out all of that stuff. Let's just take a look at the mop pads itself. And again, these are the mop pads. Once in a while you do have to take them off and put them in the washing machine. But the robot's going to go back to the base station. Let's do this. This is the Dreame L10S. It's going to go back and wash these. So if I remember, we'll send it back to wash it, and then we'll see how well it did. I'm going to tell this one to go back to the dock.
Returning to the dock. Pause. Returning to the dock.
So the Dreame L10S is going to go back to the dock and clean its mop pads. And let's go back. Here's the Qrevo. Let's pause it.
Pause.
Let's see. This is the Roborock Qrevo. Let's see how much it's gotten.
Dustbin removed.
Wow. That's a lot of material. Now this is all the dry material. And then let's take a look at the, and here's its brush roller and mop pads. Again, you can take these off, put them in the laundry once in a while, but the base unit is going to try to keep these nice and clean, and they do blow hot air on them when they're done to keep them from stinking.
Resuming selective cleaning.
So if you got any questions on these robots,
Positioning. Stand by.
let's go see how the S8 Ultra, here comes the S8 Ultra. It has washed its mop pads. It's going to travel to the kitchen, but here, let me show you. It does a little different thing. It runs that brush at high speed back and forth, auto empty, and this is where it blows hot air onto it. So here comes the this is the Roborock, S8 Pro Ultra. It's traveling to the kitchen. So the Qrevo just finished, and it's going to return to the dock. We got to get our muddy paw prints down. We got to get our dirt and material for the, now we got to go find out, let's see how the, now there's the S8 Pro. It's got a flat mop pad that goes back and forth. Now let's go to the Qrevo. These two are, this is so fun. Look at these guys. They're in a line going back to their docking stations. The Qrevo's like, let's hurry up. Let's get back. We got to finish. We got to clean. So they're going to dock themselves, auto empty. I want to hear that. I think that's important. We'll kind of compare them. The Qrevo's like, hurry up. You're in my way. This is the Roborock Qrevo. It's time to make a pass. It says, I'm going to pass. It says, nope. Oh. So now it's going around. So the first to dock is the Dreame L10S, $629. This is a pretty good, that's 30% off. That's a pretty good sale price. So here comes the Qrevo. Now both of these are going to dock and auto empty everything now that was in that dustbin. You got any questions at all on these robot vacuum cleaners? I'm looking at my comments right now. I can show you exactly what you want to know. Okay, the Dreame L10S is going to auto empty.
Charging. Start charging. Starting to auto-empty.
That's the Dreame L10S auto empty, and it's not really loud. Now the Qrevo decided to wash its mop pads first, so I'm not sure. And now the Dreame is going to clean its mop pads. And you'll hear that water being sucked up from down in there. You'll hear the mop pads spinning. And at the very end of this, you'll hear a dryer come on. They'll blow hot air on the mop pads for 2 to 4 hours, depending on what you've got set in the app. So let's go to the Roborock S Pro. Okay, this thing's been cleaning a while. This is the Roborock S8 Pro Ultra. $999. We got back just in time to see its mopping ability. Again, it doesn't have spinning mops. It's just got a flat mop, but it does have these things that vibrate it back and forth. Now, it actually does a really good job of mopping, and it can lift that mop pad. So when it senses carpet, it lifts the mop pad. And then it puts it down. There it went down. You know, the S8 Pro Ultra actually does a pretty good job of mopping. Again, $990. It's going to lift that mop pad. There, it lifted it. And it ramps up the suction when it's on carpet.
Finished cleaning.
Okay.
Returning to the dock.
Okay, it's going to return to the dock, but let's see.
Pause.
Let's see exactly how much it picked up.
Dustbin removed.
Wow, a lot of dog hair, a lot of small dirt and material. Again, here's its mop pad. So it's got a flat one. Now it's going to go back to the base station and run that brush across it. This also has dual brush rollers up here. You can take this off once in a while and clean it, put it in the laundry. Once in a while you will have to replace it. Let's put it back.
Dustbin installed. Continue going to wash the mop.
Again, that's the S8 Pro Ultra, $999. Here's the Roborock Qrevo, $749, and then we also have the Dreame L10S. So both of these are washing the mop pad right now.
Task completed. Please empty waste tank tightly. Start dehydrated mop pad.
So it says dehydrating the mop pad. That means it's blowing hot air on the mop pad.
Mop pad drying complete.
So wow, that's pretty dirty water. Let's tell the robot to. I like when they have controls on there. So there it is. So it did a pretty good job of cleaning these.
Washed.
You know, it does a pretty good job. Let's check the auto-empty. And again, it emptied everything out. Now there is a filter in there. The screen, you are going to have to clean that once in a while. And the app will let you know when it's time to clean it. But I like that filter in here. You can rinse that off with water and let it dry.
Returning to the dock to charge. For victory, please wait.
Okay, here comes the S8. This is a pretty good price on the S8 Pro Ultra. So we can see it did a pretty, I should have had it do 2 passes. It did leave a little bit of dirt and material on the carpet. 2 passes, I think it would have done a lot better job. Qrevo, or the L10S is playing games. And again, once in a while, you have to clean this area down here once in a while. That brush roller will come out for cleaning, but it's going to run that at high speed back and forth and spin that brush pad. And it sucks all the dirt and material gets sucked out through the brush rollers. So here comes the S8 Pro Ultra, $999. That's a really good price. If you got any questions at all on these,
Starting to wash the mop.
here's the S8. That's the app. See, the little icon shows you what it's doing. And you can kind of hear it. Now, for some reason, the Qrevo did not auto-empty. So right there, this one right here is the Qrevo on the right. So here I'm gonna empty the dustbin on the Qrevo. It's a little bit louder. That's the Qrevo auto-emptying right now.
Charging.
There's the Qrevo. It shows us where it cleaned earlier. Here's the app for the S8. It shows you it's washing the mop. Now the S8 has to wash its mop pad like this first. And then it has to undock itself, turn around, and then auto empty. And then that's how it dries the mop pads too. So it has a few more moving parts because it has to undock itself and redock itself a different way, where these just back in, wash the mop pads, auto empty. They never have to come out and dock themselves. Here comes the Dreame. And this does take about 2 minutes. So coming up, be on the lookout in this very, very shortly. Roborock Q5, Eureka. We've got the iRobot J5. Over here, we've got some more robots. We got the J7 combo. We got the Q7. We got two sharks over here. We got the IQ. We got the shark AI. So these are coming up really, really shortly. Again, this one here, the Roborock S8 Pro Ultra. And again, it shows us exactly where it cleaned. That's the lines that go back and forth. That showed you there was one obstacle. That's that blue circle. Now the Roborock does not take a picture. When you click on that blue thing, all it says is obstacle. It does not, you can tell it, you can say no need to avoid, ignore, but it does not take a picture. The Dreame will take a picture of the obstacle. And here comes the L10S. Anytime you flip them upside down, they get a little lost. Again, this is the Roborock S8 Pro Ultra robot vacuum cleaner. It's finished cleaning the floors, so now it's washing the mop. And when it's all done, it's going to undock itself, turn itself around, auto-empty everything out of the dustbin, and then dry the mop pad. And there's the auto-empty settings, the auto-drying. There's where you can change the duration of how long it dries. That's very important. I'm glad that they do this. All three of these do this. They dry the mop pad. They call it dehydrating, but they blow hot air, and it's just a really low fan, but it dries that mop pad so it doesn't stink.
Mop wash.
All right, the S8 8 Pro Ultra for $999. It's got to turn itself around so that it can auto empty. It's going to auto empty everything through the rollers into here. And then it's going to dry the mop pad. And we can watch this. Sometimes you can see it.
Charging.
Yes, no.
Emptying dustbin.
So it's sucking everything out of here into this dust bag right here. And right here we have the Roborock Qrevo, $749. If you got any questions at all, let me know. Okay, let's go on to the Q7 Max Plus. Over here we got to go. Okay, here's the Q7 Max Plus. It is a mopping vacuum. Right next to it we've got the Roborock, or the Roomba J7 combo. It's got a mop pad that it puts down underneath, auto empty. This mop pad, it's very easy. You just got to slide it on and off, you know, when you want to use it. It's going to auto empty everything. There's the dust collection bag. Here's everything. It's going to put everything in. It's got a great big dustbin
And water tank combo unit removed.
And again, this, when you want to mop, you're going to put the water right here. It's got a little plunger right there. So put the water in there.
Dustbin and water tank combo unit installed.
Again, this one, this is the Q7 Max Plug, $459. That's a pretty good price. We're going to see how well it cleans. Q7 Max Plus. Rooms.
Starting selective room clean.
Okay, it's going to clean this room. We got a bunch of material and debris in here. So it's going to undock itself. We'll see how it does with obstacle avoidance. We'll put a dog toy right there in the middle. And again, the Q7 shows us exactly where it is on the map in real time. Now, for some reason, it's struggling with the dock a little bit, but it'll get itself out. It does a good job of creating a map of your house. There's the map. Those red things are no-go zones. I just wanted to keep it in a certain area. But most of the time, these things go around the perimeter of your room, and then they go back and forth to do the middle of the room. Again, this is the Roborock Q7 Max Plus. I don't have the mopping attachment installed. I think it's a great vacuum as far as on carpet and hardwood floors. I find putting the mopping attachment on can be, it does an okay job. I just like the other ones that do a better job of mopping, like the Qrevo. It's got its mop pads installed all the time and just lifts them up and down. This is a pretty good price, $459 for the Roborock Q7 Max Plus. And again, we're going to see we got a bunch of dirt and material on this floor. Let's start the J7 combo. Now this one also auto empties. That's a spare bag. It's going to put all the dirt and material into this bag. There's a vacuum on here that kicks on. It can move this mop arm up and down. So when it's on carpet, it puts the mop pad up here. When it's on linoleum and it's mopping, it moves this arm down. Now you do have to change this out once in a while. Put this in the laundry. If this gets dirty, it doesn't work as well. But it comes on and off super easy. There's a little track for it. So here's what the app looks like for the J7 combo. Now you don't see the map. You got to click on the map right here. So there's the map of downstairs. It does a pretty good job of mapping the house. Apologize for that. Again, this is the Roborock Q7 Max Plus. So I told this is the iRobot Roomba J7 combo. I told it to go clean another area. Sorry about that. So if that was something that was there all the time, I would put a no-go zone around that. It does struggle with that area right there. Now the J7 combo, it's going to travel to the area I told it to clean. And hopefully we can catch when it puts its mop pad down. So I told it to travel over to this area over here and start cleaning. That way, because it's got linoleum and carpet, and I want to kind of catch it raising and lowering that mop pad. And there's a bunch of dirt and material over here too. So it's starting to clean. It's a little bit quieter than the Q7. Let's go back here. Let's go back to this one. This is on sale. 47% off. $459 for the Roborock Q7 Max Plus. I do think it has a lot of suction. It is a little bit louder, but I think it does a good job. So we're going to get a close-up of the dirt and material that it's picking up. I've got this on 2 passes. That's kind of a big clump. Let's kind of smush that around. Yeah, not too bad. It left a little bit behind. Again, this is the Roborock Q7 Max Plus. So let's get all of these. Let's talk about the Shark. This is the Shark AI, or IQ, the one there on the left. Let's go to the Shark Clean app. There's what the app looks like. Got the IQ robot. It does an okay job mapping. We can add no-go zones. So let's tell it to start cleaning. This one's $299. And then the white one is the Shark AI. So we'll tell it to start cleaning also. It's $508. Sometimes it does go on sale for a little bit cheaper than that. But the Shark IQ is 21% off. It's part of the big spring sale. It's got an auto empty base also. You're going to press this button when you need to empty out. It's bagless. So you're going to take, see how this has been vacuuming the basement for a while. See everything, it's picked up, all the dirt hair. It's bagless. So you just take that over to the trash can, empty it out. Now the Q7 Max Plus, it's got a pretty good obstacle avoidance. It's kind of touching that dog toy a little bit. If it's really low to the ground, it will run it over. Like if your dog has an accident. So I would want to put a no-go zone here for the IQ. Anywhere where it's kind of struggling, just put a no-go zone on the app and it'll stay away from those areas. But the Q7 Max Plus, I feel like it's a really good vacuum. The mopping attachment's right here. You got to take it on and off accordingly. Right now I'm just using it for vacuuming. The Shark, this one right here, IQ, it is on part of the big spring deal, $299. That's a pretty good price. It does an okay job of mapping your house. You know, the ones with LiDAR navigation, which is that spinning thing up at the top, they do a little bit better job of mapping. This one does an okay job, but it's got this sensor up here. Doesn't do as good a job of mapping. And obstacle avoidance, it's, yeah, see, it's not able to avoid that obstacle. Whereas these two can avoid that type of obstacle. So let's go over here. This is the Roomba J7 Combo. It's still vacuuming right now. I want to catch it when it puts its mop pad down. It's $719. I like that it can move the mop pad up and down. So we'll come back to it. Again, this is the Shark AI Ultra. Does a really good job of mapping your house. Has that LiDAR navigation on top. You can see it's going around the obstacle. It will touch it a little bit. Now, again, if it's low to the ground, if it's like a cable that's laying on the ground, it's probably going to run it over. And it could get caught on it. But this is the Shark AI robot vacuum cleaner. It just does vacuuming. It does not do any mopping. $299. That's a pretty good price. Would I pay for that? I bought all of these robots with my own money. So would I spend $299 on that one? Yes, I would. Would I spend $508 on the Shark AI? Sometimes that does go on sale for a little bit more. Now the Roborock Q Max Plus, $459. Yes, that's a really good price for this one. Okay, we got to go back over here to the Roomba. It put its mop pad down. I didn't get to see it. But we can see how it moved the mop pad down, and now it's mopping. It's vacuuming and mopping. There, it moved. That's so cool how it can move it up and down. There's where you got to put the water inside this tank. There, it's moving it back down. Not sure why. And there's a setting in the app where you have it move back and forth to mop. It does a little bit better job of mopping that way. A little bit later we got the J5, the Eureka, and the Q5. Again, this is the Roomba J7, $719. Not too bad. There, it's moving its mop pad. All right, let's go see how these guys are doing. Let's do the Shark AI. $299. Let's again, let's pause it. This was empty. So you can see it's doing a good job picking stuff up. It's going to back up to the base and empty everything out right there. Oh, there's the Q7. I missed it. It's auto-emptying everything. Everything is leaving the dustbin. So the IQ is going back. I wanted to see here's everything this one has picked up. So this is the Shark IQ, docking itself and auto-emptying. $299. Shark IQ is done auto-emptying. Now the Shark AI is going to do the same thing. All right. Here's the iRobot Roomba J7 combo. So right now it's vacuuming, and when it senses that it needs to mop, it's going to put the mop down automatically. It has really good obstacle avoidance. So if you've got something low to the ground, it does a really good job of avoiding things. iRobot Roomba J7. So let's pause it and let's take a look at everything that it has picked up. Again, there's where you add the water and solution. Here's everything. Oh wow, this thing has picked up a lot of stuff. Oops. But it's going to go back to the base unit and auto-empty everything. Wow. And again, once in a while you do have to clean these. There is a filter up there you got to clean once in a while. And there is a filter here. Sometimes you got to clean. Yeah, it's getting pretty close. But the app will tell you when it's time to replace it. Again, here's what it looks like on the bottom. 2 brush rollers, side brush. Now they do not like to be turned upside down. They really lose their place when you turn them upside down. I'll tell it to start. So it put the mop pad down. So if you got any questions at all, this is the iRobot Roomba J7. There goes the mop pad, back up. Okay, let's send the J7. So here's the app for the J7. I told it to go home, returning home. So it's going to come back here and auto empty through this little port right here. And it's going to charge it and it'll be ready to go for the next time. Coming up, we've got Q5 Plus. So up here we've got the J5, Eureka, Q5. A little bit different price range for these three, that's why they're together. But here comes the Roomba J7 Plus Combo. So I want you to hear how it auto empties. So it's probably the loudest of all the ones we've done so far as the auto empty. All right, now we're going to come over here. I got to get a seat. So we can hear the fan over here on the Q8, or the S8 and the Qrevo. The Dreame found its way home. Earlier we did the Narwhal. Let's just recap real quick. We did the Yui X10 Pro Omni for $799. I thought it did a really good job. I really love this vacuum cleaner. The Narwhal Freo X Ultra for $1,399.99. Thought it did a good job. We did the Dreame L10S. This is probably the bargain of the day. $629. Wow, that's a pretty good price. All right, let's move my seat. There's the Dreame L10S. All right, let's talk about these now. Here we have the Q5. Let's go to it. Roborock. Q5 Plus, $379. Now, out of these three, I bought them all with my own money, but Eureka did send this one to me free. I was not paid for any of my videos, but they did send the Eureka robot vacuum to me for free. Now let's get some cleaning going on here. We got to get a mess first because the Roomba did a pretty good job of cleaning everything up. We got to get my mess box. Now these are strictly for vacuuming, no mopping. They do a good job of mapping your house. Obstacle avoidance, they're not going to avoid a really low mess or like a cable. But if it's tall, they typically do avoid it. Let's put some stuff in the carpet. Let's put some dog hair. Ooh, I gotta get a drink. It's been a really big live stream, over an hour now. But robots, in my opinion, they just take a long time. All right. I think to do a really good review, I want to show people exactly how they work in real time. There's my mess box. Let's put it up. Okay. Roborock again, Q5 Plus on sale $379. It does a good job mapping your house. Let's go to its map. It's loading. Let's go to the J5. Don't be confusing this with the i5. The J5 is a much better robot. J5 $684 on sale. That's a pretty good price. Again, it maps your house really good. I got no-go zones. Kids' room. All right, I got to tell it. Okay, so the J5 is starting to clean this room. Let's go to the Eureka. Now the Eureka has a really nice app also. Now the J5, it is a mopping one, but you got to put the whole mopping attachment on. I find it does a really good job of just vacuuming. A little blue light means it has sensed dirt. And so it's going to kind of go over this area because it's sensed a lot of dirt. That's a pretty neat function. Now the light goes back to white. All right, the Eureka is bagless. So when it docks itself, I'll show you the dust collection. It's emptying out everything inside there. Again, that's the Eureka. It's part of the spring big sale for $3.99. The Eureka E10S robot vacuum cleaner. Here's the app. It does a good job of mapping your house. It creates the different rooms. Okay, I told it to start cleaning. I told it to start cleaning this room also. Again, this is the Eureka E10S. Now let's get the Q5 going. All right, here's the Q5 Plus. Now this does not do any kind of mopping. It's only vacuuming. Now the Eureka will tell us where it is on the map in real time. That little robot's going to move on the map. Again, the one there in the middle, that's the J5. Don't confuse that with the i5. The J5 does a really good job of mapping and obstacle avoidance. It has a camera on the front. You can take a picture of the obstacle. Here comes the Eureka. So if you got any questions at all on these robots, let me know in the comments. I can look at the comments as I'm doing this video. Did a pretty good job. It's got to go over that a little bit more, but it got a lot of that dirt and debris. Here comes the Q5. This one is on sale for $379. Let's see if we can avoid that water bottle. Yeah, it sensed it and it's going around it. Again, got any questions on the previous ones? Let me know. I can go right back to them. So we're doing the J5 combo, $684 there in the middle. The Eureka is part of the big spring deal. So the Q5 ended up getting the rest of that stuff that was on the ground. This is the Eureka E10S for $400. Yes. Would I buy that for $400? Yes. Would I buy the... Thanks, Johnny. Appreciate you joining. The Roborock Q5 Plus. So there's that for $379. It's also a good vacuum cleaner. Yeah, the Q5 Plus is $379. The Eureka E10S is $399. So with the Eureka, you do get mopping attachment, so it might be a little bit of a better deal, but I think they both clean about the same. And then right here we've got the Roomba J5. Don't confuse this with the i5. This is the J5. It's got the camera on the front. Does a good job of mapping your house. It also has a mopping attachment. So the Eureka is really having... I would put a no-go zone right here, because it kind of struggles with that. I would tell it this, because I can put no-go zones on the map. So again, got the Eureka. That's a good price, $399. Eureka did send that to me for free, but I would purchase it for $399. Yes, I would. And we've got the Roborock Q5 Plus, $379. That's this one right here. So the J5 is docking itself, and it's going to auto-empty. It is kind of loud. So it auto-emptied everything into here. Once in a while you do have to change this bag out. It's very simple. Just lift that up, change it out. Yeah, this bag's getting really full. Here's the spare bag. I like that it's got a place to keep it right there. And now it's charging, ready to go for the next time. So let's see. Let me get earlier we did the Qrevo L10S. I got to get a new light. And earlier we did the Narwhal and the Eufy. I really do like the Yui X10 Pro. We showed how it mopped muddy paw prints. So let's take a look how this one is doing. So it's going to go back to the auto empty base and empty all of that out. Yeah, it did a good job. I'm amazed how much these things can pick up. So it's going to go dock itself and auto empty. We'll do the same with the Eureka. So this is the Roborock Q5 Plus, $379. I purchased this with my own money. Would I spend $379 on this? Yes. I think it's a very good vacuum. It vacuums only. It doesn't do any mopping. No mopping attachment, only vacuuming. And they auto-empty through the roller. doesn't auto-empty. Having a little technical difficulty with the Roborock. It's offline right now. Sometimes when another one is uploading a map, so it might be that the Roomba, when it's done vacuuming, it kind of creates a map and takes pictures of the obstacles. Sometimes your internet can go down because it's uploading the new map and the obstacles. So let's take a look at the Eureka. Let's make sure I tag the Eureka. Eureka E10S Robot Vacuum. Again, you're gonna, when it's in mopping mode, you put the water there. But let's take a look. Wow. Doing a good job. So now it's going to go back. Okay. Let's tell it to dock.
Go back to charge.
It's pretty cool to see it dock because it auto-empties everything through the base. Again, this is the Eureka E10S Robot Vacuum. It's bagless. That's a very nice feature. When that's full, which I'm going to show you. Here's the mopping attachment. Putting that mop on and off can be kind of tricky. Here comes the auto empty. It's not super loud. But again, here's the nice thing. I just lift this up. I take this over to the trash can and empty everything out. I don't have to worry about buying a bag or having a bag on hand. Just press that button, everything comes out the bottom. Now there is a filter sometimes you got to clean. Yeah, not too bad. The Eureka E10S does a good job mopping or mapping, vacuuming. Roborock having a little technical difficulties with the app. Sometimes I do have some problems with the app. So let's, again, I think it's just more my internet. So let's do the auto empty. There's the Q5. Q5 Plus. And so everything goes into a bag. So once in a while you have to change out this bag. It's got a lot of room in it. You just pull that up, put a new bag in. Here's the dustbin.
Dustbin removed.
Wow, it does a good job emptying. There's nothing. There's the filter. So that's a good thing. So here's the filter. Once in a while you do have to clean this. The app's going to let you know when it's time. But I like that you can rinse these with water. I have to let it dry overnight. Maybe it might take 2 days too, but at least it's reusable. You will have to replace it after a while. And then here, it empties everything out through here. It's got some hair wrap on it. But it's kind of different how it auto empties. You know, some of these have a port that auto empties everything through this port through here. The Roomba autos empty everything through this right here, and it uses that port right there. But what I was talking about, the Roborock empties through this. So it picks everything up through it, but it also empties everything out. So it sucks everything back out the roller. So everything comes in this way, then it goes back out that way. Kind of different, but it works. It works good. So I think we're going to about finish up here.
Charging.
Appreciate everybody joining today. This has been a lot of fun. Here we've got, these are dehydrating. We can hear the little fans on. This one's really on sale, the S8 Pro Ultra. Dirty water tank. Clean water tank, you're going to put the clean water here. We got the Qrevo. That's a pretty good price, $7.49. Dirty water. Clean water. And here we have the Dreame L10S. Really good price, $6.29. I think that's the cheapest I've ever seen it. Again, dirty water tank. It adds solution itself. Built-in solution tank, and then a clean water tank. There's the solution. And let's go back over here. We did the Narwhal. Not on sale, but $1,399. I just really do like it. The Freo X Ultra, and probably my pick right now is the Yui X10 Pro Omni. The fan's a little noisy. It's drying the mop pad right now. So it's been a really long day. Had a lot of fun today. Just really appreciate it. I think the only way to do these robots is just to kind of show them how they work in real world. So I really do hope you like this. Look for more live streams coming. Just had a lot of fun today. They can be a little long, but I think you've got to do that in order to show a lot of it. So again, thanks everybody, and really do appreciate it.